So welcome everyone, we're out in England again doing a really impressive photo shoot with a car that you don't come across very often. The gentleman next to me is Martin, and he's got one hell of a Porsche and it's been themed just absolutely bonkers, and I think it's incredible what you've done because not everyone would do something like this. And obviously we were conversating a few years ago to do a shoot, we never unfortunately got to do it, but today we did. And I tell you what guys, you'll see the video, this thing's incredible. But before we talk about the car, I just wanted to find out from yourself, like, how did you get into cars all those years ago, if you can remember when that was?
Well, I was just a petrolhead from day one.
Yeah.
Nicknamed Twist Grip as a kid. If I had a motorbike, off I went.
Yeah.
Even if it was a chainsaw when I got there. Just like an engine, you know, so went into everything I could with engines, ended up being a Ford head, went through my Ford Escorts, Capris, XR4s, stuck with the Fords all the way through.
Yeah.
Started being a bit too fast, so turned to V-dubs, which slowed everything down, obviously.
And before you went to V-dubs, I assume you were still working on your cars? Yourself with mates, or?
Yeah, just ducking and diving and trying to learn bits and bobs, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Builder as a trade, so it was just something different to doing what I'd done at work. That was good when I got into Volkswagens because they're pretty basic. They're like building toys, aren't they? But big scale. Got into my splitties. I've had a few of those. Had a 21 window. Still got a split screen as well. Got a few weird Volkswagens, and then I've ended up with a 911 Targa, which people think is a Cove-in kit car.
Yeah.
But it was a genuine car. Literally built in a college, I was told, with a Ford engine in the front, Capri back axle.
Really?
Yeah, it was 2 inches wider on one side than the other wheelbase.
Bloody hell, okay.
I got it off the trailer and it turned the wheel and it lifted one wheel and it was all just wrong. But they'd obviously cut a lot of the Porsche away at the bottom to do that. So I looked at it and just thought, it's got to go on a beetle pan, really.
So did you see this like on eBay or something for sale?
Yeah, literally on eBay.
But what drew you to it though? Because like, what you just described was like...
because I'm a Ford head and it had a Ford engine.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So you thought, why not?
Then I thought, it's a Porsche, a bit like a Volkswagen.
Ford and Porsche mix.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard that before.
And I was thinking, rear wheel drive, it's got to be a laugh having a Pinto under the bonnet.
Yeah.
But it wasn't to be. That didn't happen.
Okay.
So yeah, we had a little measure up. And I just took the saw to it around my mate's garage, cut the whole bottom out, what was left. They'd put a wrong tunnel through, they'd done away with the rear suspension. It couldn't go back. Well, it could in this day and age if you had the money, but I haven't got Porsche money.
Okay.
So it had to become the Porsche, as I've called it, because that's
so on the badge of the front's like...
I've changed it to a V. Yeah, I don't tell people it's a Porsche, I tell them it's a Porsche.
They're like, what the hell? Yeah. It's a Volkswagen, obviously.
So it's on a beetle pan. 1500 single port in the back.
Yeah.
And drove it around, thought it needed a little bit more oomph, so I put one of them little AMR 500 superchargers off of a Subaru truck, I'm told.
Awesome.
Me being me, made my own manifold, put the normal carb back on it and drilled the jet out until it ran, just trying the next size as I went.
Yeah.
Never been on a rolling road, but we're 4 years in and it's still seems to be getting places, so
still going. That's pretty awesome.
It's budget build. I've had fast cars. I built a Ford with a bike engine in. I've had a Rascal van with a bike engine in, but this is just slow and low and
something fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Because before as well, it was it a red and blue before, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, no, I'd done it red and martini.
Yeah, that's it. Martini.
Then I'd done it in golf colours, which is when it was in the Hot Wheels Legends.
That's right. I remember that. Yes.
So made it into that, but unfortunately I didn't win.
So it was always going to be
sour at all.
Well, do you know what? The Hot Wheels Legend is quite tough, and even when you go to the American
there
boys,
were some
how are you supposed to win
there.
with the American boys? And now and again we do win.
My whole car was less than probably their wheels or engines in their cars. You know, it was one of them.
Probably yes.
Yeah.
I'm probably thinking there's so many Porsche people thought, this can be awkward. Another Porsche.
Yeah.
But everyone wanted JDM this time I noticed. So obviously the Japanese car won, and like they've been waiting for years. So I think there's a demand.
Yeah.
You know, it was a cool build, but there's still some others, and I thought you need to have more than one winner. I think.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Well, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
But for me, what I can see from your build here, it's a fun build because the previous liveries were really cool and they weren't like nicely done in the sense of how it should be like on a Martin racing car, but it was more like a graffiti-esque kind of feel.
Yeah, so I've
really
done them
awesome.
myself with graffiti paint.
Okay.
Which obviously covers really well, hence why they use it on walls.
Yeah.
But I'm no artist, but I got away with it and people liked it.
Yeah.
and I done it in lockdown first time just because it was something to do, you
Why
know.
not? Yeah.
Then I had my little vision a few weeks back of this being the Magnus Walker Trainer, which was Skewer,
So
was
cool.
the artist, amazing artist, all these walls where we are now, and he'd done like a Darth Vader man upside down on a wall with a pair of Nikes on. And I just looked at him and went, do you know what? I reckon he could do my car as a Nike.
Bloody hell, yeah.
So me being into Magnus Walker, as in like his style of car and stuff, I said to this young lad, "Are you up for it?" He jumped at it. Here we are, looking a bit like a trainer. I'm thinking it's all right, but I would like this man's approval, really.
Obviously you guys are aware of this one, and this is what it's based on the outside, which obviously you'll see on the video. And I mean, the guy's done a cracking job. It looks so cool, even to the crackle you have on the actual leather when you go close to this.
Which Magnus made him to do that, didn't he? He wanted them to crack. I mean, I love his dress sense. If I was rich, I'd pay people to wear my clothes out.
Oh yeah.
As in wear them out before I take them on. So
that's it. He makes it look cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Even though it's worn out, it looks really cool. He did a great job. And so, did he do the actual paint work here? At this location, or
this was done on my drive.
On your drive. I was just curious because they do all the work here on these walls.
Yeah, it would have been cool.
Interesting, yeah.
I didn't know about this place until after we'd painted the car, and then he told me about the big walls, and I was like, photo shoot could be good.
Yeah, there's loads of walls around here, guys. There's so many. We'll take a few more to show you in the video, but it's incredible the work these guys do.
Yeah, they're clever lads. So as you say, he's crackled it, he's textured it, he's put, he looks like material on the bonnet.
Yep.
He's done the stitching, he's done it all, and it's all straight from a rattle can. There's no cheating. You know, that's the clever bit. He did have trouble with drips.
Yeah.
Because on a wall your drips go on the floor. On a car, your drips go on the car because you're over the canvas, if you like.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was his problem.
So how long did it take him all together to do this then?
Only probably 2 days, I reckon.
That's good.
It was a long day and a few evenings, so
did a great job.
Yeah, a good couple of days really. And then we got these.
I was going to say the seats to the interior of the sneakers, which I don't know if you guys can see.
So you got one red, one blue.
And then if you look back here, I'll try and move the camera.
Yeah, and so this is Max who trimmed these, my son, and he's gone for this tatty edge around this bit. We've had these embroidered to be this bit here as well, and then this is crackled rough leather, and then this is the white canvas again.
That looks absolutely stunning, doesn't it?
So that was another little twist, really.
It looks so comfortable actually. I'm sitting now and I feel like
they're
I'm
nice.
really comfy. It's really nice. Because it's solo the car.
And they came out of another old crap Porsche that I broke, to be fair.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So a lot of the parts then are parts that you've salvaged as well.
Yeah.
And just put them together and they work. Like I say, the engine's still 4 years grown with a supercharger, which is really good.
Yeah, it's not fast. I put the supercharger on for noise. That was the whole point of it. I wanted to have a noise and people say, what's under there? But you can't hear it, so no one's ever asked me what's under
really
there.
Quiet.
It sounds like a Beetle. And it is a Beetle. So, but I don't act anything different. It's a Beetle.
I love it.
I've obviously got these speakers as well.
Yes, I was going to ask you because I think it's a nice touch. So obviously you'll see in the video
they're quite mad.
Speakers that are where your dial should be, and they want JVC.
Yeah, because I mean a Beetle obviously only had one dial, didn't it? So the one dial is there. You'd have rev counters, oil, I don't know what you'd have, but I don't need it all. I've got it in the one trusty old Beetle one. And a Beetle steering wheel that I stuck with as well. So
it's amazing, it really, really is. And obviously you drive it everywhere you can go.
Yeah, it's done quite a bit of mileage. It's been to a couple of Silverstone brands and I've been all over to shows really.
That's awesome. I like is that you evolve the vehicle as well. You've kept it for a while and you've got 3 different liveries you've done. I mean all 3 were amazing. This one's just something else.
I wanted it to be out there, so hopefully it's going to get noticed a bit now.
I think it will, and I think Magnus will see this. We'll definitely show him, and I'm sure he'll be impressed.
Come on, Magnus, step up to the old...
Yeah, you'll see it. We will show him, and I mean, I'm sure he's going to love this, because who wouldn't? I don't think I've seen anyone else do anything like this before, so I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, thanks. It's different, isn't it?
It is. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks, Martin, for showing around this incredible build, and we'll see you on the next episode.